If you feel some type of way, we're gonna honor them. Honor your feelings. That's what I'm gonna speak on. This is coming from a personal viewpoint, right? I just want to make sure that's clear to you guys. So my personal opinion on honoring your feelings, right? Um, throughout your life or throughout our lives, we come into contact with things that we typically don't agree with, right? Sometimes it could be overreactions. Sometimes they could be like genuine vibes, right? I remember when there was a situation where somebody says something on a special day of mine, right? Um, and I was kind of like baffled, right? Because of the type of individual, because of the certain situation, I was just like, okay, that was uncalled for, right? So I got kind of like I was feeling the vibe. I honored my feelings. I said I'm gonna approach this person about it the same way that they approached me, not in a way where that type of energy, but the same resources. Like for an example, it was through a certain it was through a certain connection, right? So I approached it as such, and just as I honor my feelings, they honor their feelings, and then we was able to come to an understanding because we didn't bottle it in, but we just spoke on it we kind of had a discussion about it, right? And that's how problems get solved. Um, Sometimes you gotta honor your way you feel. Now, it comes to a dependable state because sometimes the way that you feel might not be reality, right? You might feel some type of way that could be something that could be mistaken, like taken out of context, right? But whenever you really think about it, if you really think it through and you sit down and you like ask yourself if you're feeling this way, um is actually like really trying to give you guys something crazy. If you guys feel a certain way that it's not like, you can actually sit down and think, and you can actually say, okay, it makes perfect sense to me, and you're willing to receive anything that comes with it, then I would say act on it. Only if you're willing to receive the situation that comes with it, right? I.e., for an example, my situation when I confronted the person, I had to be willing to receive any backlash that I've got from confronting them, which I was, and then we end up, ending on a good note. Now, it probably wasn't in our best favor the way we ended the situation, but it resulted in a problem solving. So you gotta ask yourself, like, how you feel. Is it worth whatever it is you're trying to do? Because I know a lot of people will just crash out because they feel some type of way. They're willing to just go crazy on this person or whatever. You gotta ask yourself, is it worth that? Yes, you gotta honor your feelings because you have to recognize. You have to recognize how you feel. You have to kind of put yourself in a thinking space and say, what is the best opportunity, what is the best, sorry, not the best opportunity, what is the best options, what are my best options that I could do I need to approach the situation, and this is just not negative, right? This can be universal as far as like how you feel about a different career choice or whatnot. I've switched career choices multiple times because I felt some type of way at the moment, and I just do what I do, and I just saying switch it out, switch it around. I've changed his channel around numerous of times because my videos I wanted them to be more unique to me, and it's no right or wrong way to do anything in life unless you're putting harm on somebody else, and that's completely different. That's one of those moments is when I would say watch how you react towards your feelings, because if it includes putting harm on another individual or causing somebody to lose any material or such as a life, then it becomes more of a thinking process, like, hey, is this worth it? Hey, is this life threatening? Hey, is it that serious where I need to in result into bodily harm on another individual, right? Because of course consequences, and then we got to deal with repercussions. So we just got to think of it if it's that serious or not. Um, you can always say your piece. A word never hurt nobody besides somebody's feelings. It's not gonna physically hurt anybody by saying your piece and saying how you feel. You got to be willing to deal with the repercussions of them words, because them words might be, you just can't say anything to anybody, right? Them words are gonna, they may or may not come with effects of physical violence, right? So we just got to think about it, think thoroughly of how you feel. If you know that, okay, what I'm about to say or what I'm about to do, I can handle any consequences and the repercussion that comes with it because I feel like this is that serious, then hey, be willing to take it all on, and that is honoring your feelings. If you feel like, by you just recognizing how you feel and recognizing what you're gonna do about it, you're honoring that. You're respecting your feelings. You're respecting your emotions. You know what I'm saying? So just keep this in consideration when you go through life, because I promise you, it's gonna make a lot of things. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna make a lot of things more easier to make better life choices. I've used this tactic through a lot of situations where somebody said something that I could have got offended. I could have thrown hands. I could have did whatever, but I could have even responded in a negative light. But sometimes you just gotta look at it from a bigger perspective than just your own feelings, and start to say like, look, was it necessary? Does it make sense for them that per se? Especially if somebody's expected. Like if you know somebody don't like you, and they're calling you out of your name way over there across the street, they're scared to approach you for real, and they're like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Especially even when you're going up, you guys know how it is when you're getting, you're getting what you deserve in this life, in this world, and people want to take that from you because they're looking and saying, well, that's not fair. They don't know what struggles and trials and tribulations you're going through, but they think it's not fair because they don't have it right now. So you just gotta, of course, be mindful, watch your back and all of that, but honor how you feel, and really watch your emotions and how you react to certain things, because there's always room for improvement, as you guys know. And I do want to see you guys making better, not better, because you guys are probably making great choices. Continue to make great choices. I want to see you guys continue to making great life choices that's gonna try your best to prevent. And this doesn't have nothing to do with going to prison or dying or nothing like that, because it doesn't. Everything doesn't have to lead to that, but it's just looking at the best option as possible. If you feel like what you're about to do is worth all of that I just said, then honor that. If you feel like at the moment it's worth it, then do your thing. As long as you're willing to handle the repercussions and anything that might come from it. Because remember, people go around saying things that they feel like they could just say it because it's easy to say. They can't back it up. And that's what happens when they get smacked up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens. And then they want to blame the person. So think before you speak, think before you act, think cautiously about it. Ask, are you willing to take on the repercussions? And if you are, you got yourself a choice. Make yourself a choice. But make sure you guys are honoring those feelings. Make sure you guys are checking your emotions. Knowing when things do need to be taken into consideration and when things ain't really that serious. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hopefully I shine some light on it. Hopefully I gave my perspective, and hopefully you guys understood it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Drop a wisdom quote if you know one, and I'll see you guys on the next video.